going to read you the story of the night before Christmas. And I found an interesting item in the beginning of the book. It mentioned, did anybody ever wonder where Santa Claus came about and how he got that red suit? Well, I'm going to tell you. In 1930, a famed Chicago commercial illustrator painted a jolly red-garbed Santa Claus for the Coca-Cola Company's 1931 Christmas advertising campaign. He may not have realized it at that time, but his depictions of the Coca-Cola Santa, issued annually from 1931 to 1964, formed America's perception of what Santa Claus looks like. Prior to that time, the image of Santa in the United States varied as widely as its melting pot immigrants' memories of Father Christmas from their native countries. American Santas were sometimes shown as tall and thin, and other times as short and wizened, clad in a rainbow of colors and styles. I never thought about how he got his outfit. So now, how many of you folks read The Night Before Christmas to your children when they were growing up? Anybody? A few of you. Good. But anyway, it was the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Not the computer mouse. Thank you, real mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Help these days. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Papa in his kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed and said, "What was the matter?" Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutter, threw up the sash. Oh, wait, hold up. Go back and sit down. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and one huge reindeer. That's a tiny sleigh. No, it was a tiny reindeer. Oh, it was a tiny sleigh, yeah. No, it's a tiny sleigh. With the little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted, "Hey!" and called them by name. Now Happy, Doc, Sneezy. Oh, sorry, wrong story. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As the dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh boy of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. Okay, that must have been Rudolph. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes are all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a problem in these days, I don't know. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. Oh dear. A wink of his eye and a twisted head of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread except not falling, Mommy. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all his stockings, and then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team, gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Could be a night at the Improv. I got to see what was going on over here. There was a little improvisation happening along the way.